Welcome to Inspire You to Financial Freedom, where that is my hope for this channel. Today, I want to talk about automatized velocity banking. If you followed along on here at all, you know this is something my husband and I started applying to our finances in 2019. We hired a coach. We started to apply this instead of seeing credit cards and home equity lines of credit or HELOCs as oh, no way, can't use those, to learning to leverage those opportunities, those free money is now I see it that the bank's willing to give you to not get into more debt, but to leverage ourselves and really catapult us to our financial freedom journey. That was a game changer. And I am so thrilled to say that in the last few months, I have come across a company that actually has found a way to make velocity banking automatized, which means if you know anything about velocity banking, it's a very doable, but it takes a lot of wrapping your head around how in the world this works. If you're not a numbers person, if it's hard to kind of conceptualize things and to really move money around rapidly and keep up with all that, it can seem rather daunting. Now, I was at a point where we were facing so much pain, I needed a new approach, and I took and spent hours and hours and hours learning and implementing this system. So much so that I also started to lead workshops in my house and had a lot of my teacher friends and my principal and some others come over where I led the workshop. But the issue came when they were ready to, work with me and said, here's my numbers. And I thought, oh, like, I don't like making financial decisions for somebody else in that way. I'm okay taking those risks and doing that for me and my family, but I don't want to guide you in the wrong way and possibly have you pay down something that might not have been the most advantageous to you to start with. And so lo and behold, one of the things I've set my mind to this last year was trying to find and looking for a way that this could be automatized for people, which means the numbers, your personal numbers, can just get put into the system and bam, a plan maps out for you to follow of how to basically velocitize your money. And we know the word velocity means the rate at speed, that it can work for you and really help you pay down debt, get to your debt, your financial freedom date rapidly. And I finally found the system. And I want to share with you today, it's going to be linked below, a free savings report. I recently was able to work with a 53-year-old lawyer who's now married. She was a single mom for the majority of her, child rearing, well, all the way to her kids were adults. And literally had 40 years left, as she just acquired a mortgage with her new husband, 40 years left on her mortgage, all of her student loans, her car payments, all of that would have totaled 40 more years if she would have continued to pay the way that the banks teach us to pay down our debt. And when we put her money into this system, that 40 years of debt payments that would have put her into her 90s to pay off, no hope for retirement, no plan of like, how in the world I'm going to get this done, just feeling overwhelmed financially. We put her numbers in the system and it went from owing 40 more years worth of debt payments down to 6.9 years with not a ton of cash flow left over in her pocket that was working actually for her in this system. So click below to see this free savings money report and to begin to learn how this system could breathe new life into your finances that can put you on a plan, give you a map, an action plan to actually follow, not having to guess, am I making the right move? Letting the system show you. It's like banking like a bank with the push of a button, having every dollar work for your maximum amount. So click below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to share this with you and see if this system could be just what you have been looking for. Because if it has done this for my friend here and for my husband and I and many others that have been utilizing this system, I know it can do the same for you. Click below.